leave for work thinking your dog is perfectly fine, but what if their feeding schedule is an absolute mess while you are gone? Well, today we are finally fixing that. I am going to walk you through the 6 best automatic dog feeders available right now. We will look at the good, the bad, and the ones that just did not live up to the hype at all. And stick around for number 1 because it completely flips the script on what a smart feeder actually looks like.
6. Molly and Cody Automatic Dog Feeder. Now, this one markets itself heavily toward large breeds. It has a massive capacity, which immediately caught my eye because, constantly refilling a small hopper totally defeats the whole purpose of having an automated system in the first place. The physical design itself is fairly straightforward. You get a really decent-sized bin, dual power options so it can run on backup batteries if your power goes out, and an anti-blockage system. That specific anti-blockage feature is supposed to reverse the motor automatically if a piece of kibble gets stuck in the gears. Bottom line, it sounds absolutely great on paper, but here is what matters when you actually try to use it in your home. The setup process is, highly frustrating. The digital interface is clunky, and getting the portion sizes exactly right takes a whole lot of annoying trial and error. You tell it to drop exactly 1 cup, and sometimes you end up with 1.25 cups. That is a total nightmare if your vet has your dog on a very strict diet plan. I also noticed the top lid lock is not nearly as secure as it really should be. A highly determined golden retriever could probably pop this thing open if they had enough time alone with it in the kitchen. I mean, it survived my testing mostly intact, but I definitely kept an eye on it the whole time just in case. Dokoo Automatic Dog Feeder. This one tries to solve the age-old problem of stale pet food. It features a vacuum-sealed storage system, which is actually a remarkably clever idea. You pour the fresh food in, and the machine physically pumps the air out of the hopper to keep the kibble incredibly fresh. You also get a built-in voice recorder, so you can literally call your dog to dinner using your own voice. It is a really nice personal touch, but honestly, the loud rattle of the kibble hitting the metal bowl usually does the trick anyway. The dispenser easily handles most standard kibble sizes without jamming, which is a definite plus. Well, let's talk about the everyday reality of living with that vacuum seal feature. The motor that pulls the air out is loud, like surprisingly loud for a pet device. Every single time you open it to refill, or sometimes just randomly when it decides it needs to reseal itself, you hear this mechanical grinding sound. If you keep the feeder in your main living room, it gets annoying very fast. On top of that, the mobile app experience leaves a lot to be desired. It randomly disconnects from the network for no apparent reason. I found myself having to reset the Wi-Fi connection multiple times over a couple of weeks. When you are totally relying on an app to feed your pet while you're out of town, you absolutely need it to be bulletproof. 4. Petkit Automatic Cat Dog Feeder. This is where you actually start seeing premium build quality. Petkit has been making smart pet gear for quite a while, and it really shows in the fine details here. The very first thing you notice is how sleek and modern it looks. It absolutely does not look like a bulky plastic trash can sitting in your kitchen corner. The hopper is slightly tinted so the food stays out of direct sunlight, and it uses a soft silicone impeller to push the food out. That silicone design is brilliant because it completely prevents the kibble from getting crushed or jammed in the gears. I mean, I purposely tried feeding it some weirdly shaped dog food just to see if it would fail, and it handled absolutely everything perfectly. The companion mobile app is also worlds better than the previous 2 options. It is highly intuitive, connects immediately, and gives you instant push notifications when the food level is getting low or when a meal has been successfully served. One of the absolute best features is the desiccant box hidden right inside the lid. Instead of a loud vacuum motor, it uses a simple moisture-absorbing packet to keep the food totally dry and crunchy. It is completely silent, highly effective, and just makes a lot of sense. The serving bowl is stainless steel too, which helps prevent chin breakouts in pets and is super easy to throw straight into the dishwasher. 3. PetSafe Flexfeed Automatic Pet Feeder. We are officially stepping away from the vertical hopper design entirely. This unit uses a flat rotating carousel with 5 separate food compartments. Why does this matter? Well, because a traditional hopper can only serve dry kibble. This unique carousel design means you can serve semi-moist, raw treats, or even specific medication mixed right in with their dinner. It opens up a whole new level of feeding flexibility that standard smart feeders simply cannot match. The setup process is incredibly old school, but wonderfully reliable. There is absolutely no Wi-Fi, no phone apps, and no Bluetooth connections to worry about. You just use the simple LCD screen directly on the device to program the daily meal times. You fill the 5 slots, the top lid locks firmly into place, and at the scheduled time, the tray simply rotates to expose the next open slot. I have tested this extensively, and the mechanical simplicity is its greatest overall strength. There is practically nothing inside that can jam. A clever dog cannot reach their paw up a dispensing chute to steal extra food because there is absolutely no chute. The food is either totally exposed for eating or safely hidden beneath the hard plastic cover. It is also incredibly easy to clean since the plastic food tray pops right out and goes straight onto the top rack of the dishwasher. Penthouse Paws Smart Maxx HD Automatic Pet Food Feeder. If you are the kind of pet parent who desperately needs to know exactly what is happening at home while you are away, this is your ultimate dream machine. The major standout feature here is the integrated HD camera. It's not just a cheap webcam slapped onto a plastic food bin. The video quality is genuinely impressive. You get a fantastic wide-angle view of the feeding bowl and the entire surrounding area. You can open the phone app from work, watch your dog eat their lunch, and even use the two-way audio to talk to them live. Honestly, the pure peace of mind this gives you is completely incredible. The app allows you to set up highly customized daily feeding schedules, and because you have the live camera, you can visually verify that your dog actually ate the food, rather than the house cat sneaking in and stealing the whole meal. The physical build quality is seriously impressive. It features a highly secure locking lid that keeps clever paws out, and the main hopper holds a massive amount of food, which is perfect for larger breeds. The internal dispensing mechanism is incredibly smooth and handles drastically different kibble sizes without breaking a sweat. It also includes an essential battery backup, so the camera and feeder stay completely online during sudden power outages. Everything about this feeder feels entirely premium. Pet Lodge Automatic Dog Feeder. Let me explain why this took the top spot. Because it does not have a phone app, it does not have a camera, and it does not even plug into the wall. This is a pure gravity feeder built entirely out of thick galvanized steel. It is practically indestructible. I have seen standard plastic smart feeders get chewed to absolute pieces by anxious dogs, but this thing, your dog could go at it all day long and not even make a dent. It is purposely built to last a lifetime, whether you keep it inside the kitchen, out in the garage, or exposed to the elements out in the yard. Here is what matters: total, absolute reliability. There are absolutely no electrical motors to burn out, no Wi-Fi signals to randomly drop, and no plastic impellers to jam up. You simply fill the massive top hatch, which holds pounds and pounds of food, and basic gravity does the rest of the work. It uses a clever magnetic door that the dog simply nudges open with their nose to access the food. It actually forces the dog to eat a little bit slower because they have to physically interact with the heavy door to get the kibble. This naturally helps prevent bloat and bad indigestion. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.